Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going behind the firewall, past all the code, and right into the command center to meet the elite specialists who protect our digital world. Forget the stereotypes, because we are breaking down the real anatomy of a modern cyber defense team.
You know, when you picture a cyber defender, what do you see? Is it some lone genius in a dark room, furiously typing away? Well, it's time to update that image. The reality is, stopping sophisticated cyber threats isn't a solo mission at all. It's a team sport, and it requires a highly coordinated squad of specialists where everyone has a very specific job.
So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to dive into that whole team sport idea. Then, we'll meet the key players, the analysts and the hunters, followed by the responders and the defenders. After that, we'll see how they all work together when things get real. And finally, we'll have a little fun and figure out which of these critical roles might be the right fit for you.
Okay, let's just lock in this core principle right now. In any modern organization, cybersecurity is fundamentally a team sport. You've got specialists covering different layers of digital protection, and honestly, their seamless collaboration is the only thing that actually works against modern threats.
All right, let's meet the first two members of our squad. You can think of these folks as the detectives of the digital world. They're the eyes and ears of the entire operation, and they're always on the lookout for trouble.
So first up is the SOC analyst. SOC stands for Security Operations Center, and these are the people right on the front lines. I mean, think of them as the guards in the watchtower, scanning that digital horizon 24/7 for any sign of an incoming attack.
So, their day-to-day, it's all about navigating this massive river of data, coming from something called a SIEM. That's basically a tool that pulls in security info from across the entire network. Using platforms like Splunk or Sentinel, their whole mission is to sift through millions of alerts to find that one tiny needle in a haystack that signals a real attack. And then they escalate it.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Meet the threat hunter. While the SOC analyst is reacting to all those alarms, the threat hunter starts with a different assumption. They assume the worst, that an intruder has already slipped past the defenses and is hiding inside the walls. Their job is to proactively go find him.
This quote, this just perfectly captures the threat hunter's mindset, right? It's not about waiting around for an alarm to go off. It's about operating with a healthy dose of professional paranoia and actively searching for the faint digital footprints of a hidden compromise. So how do they do it? Well, they're looking for what are called indicators of compromise, those subtle clues that attackers leave behind. They use these really sophisticated playbooks, like the MITRE ATT&CK framework, which maps out all the known bad guy tactics to track the movements of even the most advanced intruders. So here's the crucial point, the main distinction. The SOC analyst is largely reactive. They're responding to known threats their tools have flagged. But the threat hunter, they're proactive. They're out there hunting for the unknown unknowns, the threats that were stealthy enough to sneak past all the alarms. You absolutely need both.
So what happens when an analyst or a hunter finds something serious? Well, that's when the next two members of our squad jump into action. Let's meet the responders and defenders. These are the firefighters and the guardians of the system.
Meet the incident responder. When that emergency alarm finally goes off, this is the person who literally rushes into the digital burning building. Their whole mission is to contain the damage, put out the fire, and start the process of recovering from an active breach.
But they don't just rush in blindly. Oh no. In the chaos of a major cyber attack, they follow a really strict, battle-tested playbook, often based on something called the NIST framework. From containment to eradication and then recovery, every single step is methodical to make sure nothing gets missed.
And finally, we have the specialist, who's guarding our ever-expanding digital borders, the cloud and IoT defender. Let's face it, our critical systems aren't just in one building anymore, right? They're in the cloud, they're on our phones, they're even in our smart thermostats. This role has become absolutely critical for protecting all of it.
Their job is to lock down everything from cloud configurations, which can be incredibly complex, to the security of smart devices that, let's be honest, often weren't built with security in mind. They use tools like AWS Guard Duty to continuously monitor these huge, sprawling environments for any potential weakness.
Okay, so we've met all the individual players. Now let's see the whole squad in action. How do these really distinct roles come together when a real threat emerges?
This flow right here shows you exactly how the team works together. It might start with a SOC analyst who detects some kind of anomaly. They escalate it to a threat hunter who then confirms, yep, this is a real intruder. From there, the baton gets passed to the incident responder to contain the breach, while the cloud defender works to patch the vulnerability that let the attacker in the first place. It's a seamless, coordinated handoff.
And if you want to understand why this kind of specialization is so critical, look no further than the 2017 NotPetya ransomware attack. It absolutely crippled Maersk, one of the world's largest shipping companies. It wiped out their entire global IT infrastructure. The numbers here are just staggering. In just 10 days, their teams had to rebuild 45,000 PCs and thousands of servers from scratch. This was not a one-person job. This was incident responders leading the recovery, cloud defenders hardening the new systems, and analysts monitoring the whole rebuild for any sign of reinfection. It was a monumental effort that really proved why you need this specialist squad.
So we've met the team, we've seen them in the heat of battle. Now, for the final part of our debrief, let's bring it all back to you. Where might you fit in on this specialist squad?
This table gives us a great side-by-side comparison of our specialist squad. You can see their key objectives, what they do every day, and their core tools they live in. Like, you can see how an analyst lives in monitoring tools like Splunk, but a responder is using forensics tools to piece together what happened after a breach. So take a moment and see which of these roles really resonates with you. Are you drawn to real-time monitoring, deep dive investigations, crisis management, or maybe architectural defense?
But here's the key takeaway. No single role is more important than the others. They all form a complete defensive system. The analyst provides the eyes, the hunter adds that intuition, the responder acts as the hands, and the defender? Well, the defender is the shield that protects everyone. And ultimately, you can see the team's effort is really balanced across three core functions. You've got detection, that's the world of the analyst and the hunter. You have response, which totally belongs to the incident responder, and you have prevention, the primary mission of the cloud defender. A successful team has to be strong in all three areas. No question.
So as we wrap this up, I'll leave you with this question to think about. If you were on the team, which role really excites you the most? Are you the detail-oriented detective, the calm-under-pressure firefighter, the proactive hunter, or the master-building guardian? The digital world needs them all.